In this video, we are going to discuss about the stress and stress copying behavior. We shall see the topic one by one. First, we are going to discuss about the topic definition. That is a definition of stress. A stress is nothing but it refers to a person's environment transaction with the environmental demands. Then copying. A copying is refers to the effortful behavior and the cognitive strategies activated in response to actual or anticipated stressful situation. Then moving to a stress and a copying theory. According to Lawrence and Folman, they proposed a stress and copying theory definition. That is, a stress and copying theory focuses on how the people manage the adverse effects of the stress. Then, according to Carver and a Corner Smith in the year of 2010, they proposed that a people cope up with the stress. It is a variety of ways depending on your personal preferences and or an environmental demands. Then the objectives of the stress. The person should be knowledgeable about a stress and should understand the process and the effects of the stress, and the major resources of the stress should be identified by the particular individual in any situation. Anticipate a stressful period and plan for them. Develop successful stress management techniques and practice them. What is a stress copying? And according to a modern perspective, that is, a stress is an inevitable. A stress has a cause. That cause can be known and we can prevent, control and cope up with the stress. The ways to cope up with the stress is knowledge about a stress and skills to be developed to avoid a stress. Then the objectives of the stress. Then practice a stressless situation, and a social support should be given to a particular individual. These are the ways to cope up with a stress. Then sources of stress. Under the sources of stress, the first is an environmental stressor. The environmental stressor is a heat, cold, noise, traffic, pollution, etc. These all comes under the environmental stresses. Then the philosophical stresses, which comes under this is illness, lack of sleep, poor nutrition, etc. Then the socio-cultural stresses. A socio-cultural stresses is a financial problem, relationship and work. Then under the cognitive factors, it includes attitude, beliefs and our own thoughts. Then stress responses. Under the stress responses, the first is the behavioral response. That is a sleep disturbance, lack of alcohol or drug, absenteeism and aggression. Then second is an emotional. The emotional, seems to be a depression or anxiety or irritability, crying, suicide, loss of humor will be taken place in the emotional state. Then the cognitive, that is a lack of concentration, negative thoughts. Then worrying, poor memory will be taken. Then biochemical, that is increased metabolism, altered hormones, then altered endomorphism will be taken place. Then in a physiological, that is higher blood pressure, then rapid shallow breath, increased heart rate, then muscle tension, dry mouth, these and all will be taken place in the stress responses. Then moving to the positive effects of stress, that is prepare the body to meet the challenges. Stress is a source of energy. That is, psychological arousal and alertness should be taken place. Increase the performance of the individual. These are the positive effects of stress. Then we are going to negative effects of stress. That is generate unpleasant emotion, promoting a negative thinking, narrow attention, preoccupation. It consumes a mental energy. Then interpersonal problems, lack of motivation, then reduce the performance of the individual. Then reactions to a stress. That is, in the reaction to a stress can be categorized into two, that is inner world and outer world. In inner world we have two subdivisions. In outer world it is a single subdivision. In a inner world, that is first inner world, which deals with psychological feelings and a internal state of a person. In inner world 2, that is thinking, memory, then cognition will be taken place. In outer world, that is a physical attention, that is external event or environment will be taken place. Then moving to why life is complicated for an individual. Many people involved in a problem, and different points of view and different solution may create a stress and may create a problem for an individual. A problem is complex for each and every individual because they doesn't know what to do and how to cope up with that situation. Then what we can do that it is important that you can deal with the feelings and the reactions you are having so that don't become an overwhelming. Then positive copying styles. There are two positive copying styles. The first is a problem solving and the second is a utilizing a social support. In negative copying style, it deals with a avoidance and a self blame. Then behavioral stress management. In behavioral stress management, that is a progressive relaxation, yoga, meditation, pray, and biofeedback can help the individual to support and to cope up with a stress. This and all comes under the behavioral stress management. Then we are moving to a personal coping strategies. That is a trust in a time, don't isolate yourself, think positively, make a sense of humor, think of yourself as a relaxed person. Then moving to the habits, that is no drug or alcohol, regular exercise, eating a breakfast, maintaining a normal weight, eating regular meals, getting adequate sleep, these and all which helps to cope up with a stress of an individual. You can stay temporarily if you are in a yellow. That is, you can take this as a code to overcome the stress or to overcome the advice or to overcome toughest situation in a life. That is, you can stay temporarily if you are in yellow. You can go if you are in a green, because if you can learn to use your stress, you must be stopped if you are in red. If you are in a blue, you may need assistance, help, advice from your others. Talking to someone, that is sometimes bottling your thoughts inside you can make the reactions worse. It may be helpful to talk to our friends or family members about the event and what you are feeling. It may also be helpful for you to share your feelings with someone who has been involved in this event. Thank you.